Life. It's too short. Too many distractions. Death, death, death. Why do we die? Why do people exist? What is the purpose of this life? One answer alone cannot answer these questions, nor can one film. The reason I've grabbed your attention is because I, myself, ask these questions almost daily. Maybe this film will help someone like it's going to help me. When I was young, death was always something fictional. Like the stuff that only happened in the movies type of thing. To the shows and the books I could barely read at the time. To the movies and news documenting global disasters. All of it just seemed so far away, so unrealistic. I didn't understand it, as any elementary schooler would, nor did I care to at the time. When my great-grandfather died, I knew I was supposed to be sad, but I was only 10 and really only knew the man, the stories he left behind. I could say that I missed him, but the only memories I have of the man are him in his chair reading his newspaper. So there it was, the first time death became real to me. I didn't realize it then, but life and death, the idea of it, was in my head. My life was thrown into a deep depression, a dark one, the type you only hear about in the movies and books of the clinically insane. I messed up deeply, so much so I even felt that my own family hated me. What I did, I will never comfortably say out loud. A thing I will happily take to my grave. A year later, I was 11, and I wanted to die. I was too young to understand these emotions I was feeling at the time, but now I know. Sadness, guilt, self-hatred, regret, and abandonment. All these emotions together in my young mind, coupled with the fact that my parents had too much going on, or at least that I thought they did, based on times in the past. To be fair, my father tried his best. I know he did. I still felt though I had no one to talk to. My sadness fluctuated with the seasons, but was always still there, till I tried something I shouldn't have. My stepmom walked in and saw me.
I wanted to go back in here. This is when the camera stopped working. Yeah.
It wasn't heinous or disgusting, but it was noticeable. My parents finally cared, but in the complete wrong way. I was met with phrases like, "Don't be so selfish. Stop being so stupid." They didn't understand, and I felt even more alone. Thankfully, to help, I found purpose in a sport, but the roughest part of it continued until I was 13. Then, one day, I began to realize that thing that had been consuming me wasn't my fault. I was 10 years old. 10 years old, without a clue about the world. If my parents wanted anyone to blame, it could only be themselves. I stopped focusing on the past and looked towards the future. I learned to stop worrying about things I couldn't control, like what people thought of me. I could be a sinner or a saint. What matters is who I want to be. You are not your past. You are what you want for tomorrow. You can be a good person, You just have to believe it. It took me growing up to realize that being human and making mistakes is what's going to happen. What decides your life is how you respond to those mistakes. That's what counts. Learn from your own and others' mistakes to become the person you want to be. Life is too short to let your past consume you. Tomorrow is never promised, so enjoy everything as much as you can.